What's up everybody, welcome back to Double T Gaming. Hope everyone is having a great day today. And on this day, we're going to be looking at the latest news and happenings for Ascension's Bronzebeard for the month of November. We have information about the Experience Potion, the Realm Merge, new dungeon release dates, as well as Mythic 0 launch. So let's go ahead and jump into it. I'll be going over the main points you probably want to know about in this article released by Ascension on Discord just yesterday. First off, the new dungeons, both releasing November 16th, so this coming Saturday. One of them is called the Vault of the Inquisition, which is located in Northshire Abbey, part of the revamped human starting zone. Basically like a vault type jail area, entirely custom made beneath that zone. Being a 5-man dungeon, although I'm not seeing any level specifics on it, so it might just be a level 60 dungeon, but if you do know what the actual requirements are, please let me know down in the comments. The other dungeon we have is called Road to the Other Side, being the Horde equivalent, being located in the Valley of Trials in the Orc and Troll starting zone. Both new bosses, new mechanics, and new items, as well as their own set of achievements. Again, that'll be releasing November 16th. Now let's move on to the survey results, and these are both Bronzebeard and Malfurion specific, so each player base had their own separate voting for it. For content cadence release, majority of both servers put just right, meaning that how Ascension is doing it right now is just right. Ascension's goal with this is to make sure that the widest array of entry-level content is available, so as many different types of players can play through any starting piece of content that they love. And they also want to note that after Tier 1 is released, there will be a much longer gap in between phases. Next up, we have the Molten Core release. Surprisingly to me at least, a lot of folks are saying December 13th or later for this, like the latest possible option that they offered on the survey. And it looks like the Ascension team still isn't too happy about this because they said themselves that the players overestimate how long we would want to wait for different releases. And emphasize again the fact that after Tier 1, there will be a much longer gap between phases. So they're trying to get Tier 1 and Molten Core out, and then they'll give us the pause that they want. But it seems like the player base is kind of like telling them to slow down right now after ZG. Again, I'm okay with seeing Molten Core released a little bit sooner. I think get all of Tier 1 out and then get the long pause, I think it's a good plan, but I'm indifferent about it. But they're going to keep this poll open for this question as more players hit 60 and then get more community feedback on it in the next couple weeks. Next up, we have the results if Malfurion and Bronzebeard should merge. Majority of folks said yes, more so on Bronzebeard than Malfurion, but they said this merge will happen no later than December, so relatively soon. Next up, we have the Experience Potion, and this one was pretty close. Although 50% of people said yes to this, release it now, the other 50 were a mix between no and yes, but not yet. I mean, obviously because those were the only other options. But in response to this, they said that they'll leave this poll open as well to gather more feedback and community sentiment. In my opinion, I'm okay with this being released at this point, but I think it should be locked behind having a level 60, which I think it would be anyway. I mean, to be fair, if you're not going to release the Experience Potion, then I think Heirlooms probably should have been locked as well. But again, I guess either way, I'm okay. My selfish reasoning is wanting to level another alt faster is the reason that I said yes. Then we have the PvP styles in a different open world phase than PvE mode. Now, the results of this question told Ascension that they will not be making it a priority right now to split up these phases and everyone will remain on the same phase. Then we dive into PvP questions and we'll run through these rapid fire like they did on the article. 50% of folks said PvP was in an okay spot right now balance-wise. And majority of people enjoyed Battlegrounds for PvP and the next rate being open world PvP, with a good chunk of people actually not liking PvP at all. And finally, 2v2 is the most favored arena format, with 5v5 being the least favorite. Then we move into some balancing updates for both PvE and PvP. Hunters will be getting a nerf to Explosive Trap and a buff to Immolation Trap to combat the way that they basically only use Explosive Trap since it's overall better than Immolation in both single target and in AoE. Rogues have been given Crimson Tempest baseline to help them with their own AoE, and Prot Paladin's overall power will be reined in a bit. They didn't really give specifics on this, but even with the nerfs they had in the past to some of their damage in PvP, they're still considered to be very, very strong, especially in PvE as well, so they're going to be kind of broken down a little bit more. Again, no specifics on this. And also, we will be seeing an armor penetration rework to make it more useful at lower levels. Then we have Mythic 0 being released on November 22nd, offering Mythic versions of vanilla dungeons and gear, and they will have an instance lockout for each dungeon until Mythic Plus releases. So this means you can only run one Mythic version of a dungeon per day, and there will be no automated looking for group tool for Mythic dungeons. You'll have to group and walk to the dungeon to the old-fashioned way. And in future releases, when Mythic Plus is out, that lockout will be removed and Mythics will be added to LFG. Also, with any Worldforged item stats that get changed by the dev team or nerfed at all, you can refund that item's Mark of Ascension if you upgraded it, so you never waste any runes. And finally, there will be some cash shop discounts for multiple different items. If you're interested, check the cash shop starting the 13th through the 16th. So yeah, that is all we got regarding news. New dungeons coming this weekend in both the Orc and Human starting zones. No firm release date yet on Molten Core, although Ascension is trying to push it sooner. I think the player base is trying to push it later. And then some balancing changes for a few classes and another Prot paladin nerf. Mythic Plus being released in about a week, and the Bronzebeard Malfurion merge also coming within the next month or so. So, does this get you guys hyped for Bronzebeard? Are these survey results what you were expecting? Do you have other mixed opinions about it? Me personally, I took a bit of a break this week from streaming and playing. I've been off stream busy IRL with my actual 9-to-5 job, as well as catching up on a few other things. But I'm excited to get back into it and take a look at the new dungeons. I think it'll be a lot of fun. Apologies to my guild for being inactive. Hopefully I can get back on track. I really want to get that hunter leveled up, so I might have a few just kind of chill leveling streams next week. But anyway, that is your Bronzebeard news update. Thank you guys for watching. This is Double T Gaming. Don't forget to hit that sub button and like the video for more Bronzebeard news and everything Classic Plus. And I'll see you guys in the next video.